Welcome to biology. This is an introduction to life sciences, and we are going to go ahead and find out the basics of our biology class. So, one of the very first things that we want to discover is what is biology? So, if we look at biology, it is the study of all living organisms, and this includes dead organisms such as fossils. If we break down the word biology into the roots, we have bio, which means life, and then we have ology, which is the study of. So, biology in and of itself, in the word, is the study of life. So, that includes all living organisms, again, and dead organisms such as fossils. Some of the three main types of biology would be that it studies medicine, agriculture, and biotechnology. So, the reason why it studies all three of these categories so intensely, because of course, medicine has to do with either humans or animals, and we would take medicine or some kind of medicinal, maybe herb or things like that, because it interacts with our body to promote healing. Same with agriculture. Agriculture would be considered the food that we eat. And then biotechnology, that could be a lot of different things. That could be cloning, we see that a lot lately. It could be vaccinations, it can be a variety of different things that even have to do with medicine or agriculture that directly is involved with biology and DNA. So, the importance of knowing all of that is because this course begins by reviewing the nature of science and what classifies something as living. So, we will be exploring from microscopic to macroscopic topics this year, and this is because organizational levels are arranged from the smallest to the largest. So, you can see in our little diagram right there, it goes from atom all the way to biosphere. So, we are going to go through and talk about each one of these categories. So, the smallest portion in our levels of organization is the atom. The atom is the smallest unit of matter, and it forms the building blocks of everything. So, matter is anything that takes up space and is created and has some kind of mass, and atoms create all of that. So you're going to draw an atom in your notes, and we will talk about atoms in a future chapter. When we have atoms that build together, they create molecules. Molecules are groups of atoms that are bonded together, and they form the basis of chemical compounds. So you're going to draw a molecule in your notes. So in this picture right here, you can see that yellow color and then the kind of the blue colors. Each one of those circles would represent an atom. So you can see they are bonded together by those little lines. They almost look like straws. And they are grouped together to form a compound. So that would be a molecule. One step up from a molecule will be a macromolecule. So draw a DNA strand in your notes because macromolecules are large and complex molecules that are essential for life. They include proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and nucleic acid, which is DNA. The next is cells, and you're going to write this definition of a cell in your notes. The basic unit of life. This makes up all living organisms. Then will you go on? Cells group together with similar cells to create tissues, and these tissues work together to perform a specific function. So you're going to write this definition in your notes. A example of a tissue could even be like your skin. Your skin is a great example of a tissue. And then these tissues will all compose of different tissues, work together to perform complex functions with organs. So all of your tissues come together to form a complex structure, which is known as organs. And you're going to write this definition in your notes. Then, what goes from organs to the next system? So, it would be organ systems. This is a group of organs that work together to perform a broader function. This can be the nervous system, the digestive system, maybe the respiratory or circulatory system. All of these are composed of several different organs to make up one organ system. Then we go up again, one more section, and we create an organism. So, organ systems that work together, we create an organism, and it is a single member of a species. So, pick a single animal and draw it on your notes. As you can see here, I have a little zebra. So, you're going to pick one animal and draw it in your notes. Then, once we go from organism, we go to population, which is individuals of the same species that is in the same area at the same time. So a population would be like this group of zebras. So you can see they are all together in the same area at the same time, and they are the same species. So a group of zebras that live in a specific spot in Africa would be considered their population. We move up one more level, and it is community. So this is multiple populations of different species that live and interact in the same area. So you're going to add in animals that would be in the same area as your animals. So you can see here in this picture, we've got a lion, we've got zebras, we've got a water buffalo, giraffe, rhino, we've got some gazelles, we've got birds, we've got elephants. So draw in all of those different populations that would be in the same area as your original animal. Then we're going to put in the ecosystem. So this is the interaction between a community and the abiotic parts of the environment. So this would be all of your rocks, your soil, this would be your air, things like that. So you're going to add in plants to your picture. You're going to add in maybe the air and some clouds, some soil, things like that. And then finally, all of the ecosystems create the biosphere. So this is the global sum of all ecosystems that encompasses life on Earth. So in this final portion, you're going to draw the entire Earth. So as you can see, as we go through these, we have such a little thing such as an atom that we cannot even see in a microscope. It takes a special microscope to even see atoms, to finally the entire Earth or the biosphere. And each one builds upon each other. So in this class, we are going to start with those small things such as the atom, and we are going to build and go on to the molecules, macromolecules, and then finally we're going to go to the cells. We're going to end our class into the ecosystems and the biospheres. So now that we've learned the levels of organization, we will continue on with the rest of our class.